This is a video about making things. More specifically, this thing. And before I talk about what it is and how I made it, I want to explain why I made this. And the answer is more than just because I needed a toilet paper organizer. If that were the case, why not buy one? The deeper question is, why make anything? If you view the act of making things purely as an engineering problem, then it's a problem that's been mostly solved already. And while there are practical reasons to make your own things, the best reasons are less tangible. Because making things isn't just about the finished product. It's about taking something from an idea to something real, and the sense of accomplishment that you get from being able to say, I made that. So we've touched on what I'm making and why I'm making it, which brings us to the next question: where am I going to make this? As much as I'd like to have my own workshop, my setup's a little more basic. But affordable access to expensive equipment is something we figured out with gyms already, so why not workshops? That's the problem that makerspaces are solving, and I was lucky enough to find this one nearby. And seriously, considering all the tools they have available, paying around $3 a day for a membership here is a no-brainer. And with the question of where solved, we can finally start talking about. To make things easy, I decided on a design that could be constructed from flat sheets of material, which means we should be able to knock this out pretty quickly with a laser cutter. There is one curved piece in this design, and that's partially because I want to try using this living hinge technique for bending plywood. Cutting these patterns should be fairly straightforward. We export the geometry we need as line drawings, import those files into the software that controls the laser, make sure we have the settings correct for our material, and click start. It sounds easy, but I'm new to this, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have some learning experiences. For that reason, we're going to make our first versions from cardboard. The cardboard cuts pretty quick, and the pieces go together easily with some hot glue. And just like that, we've got our design validated. Now that we're past our learning experiences, we can move on to something more substantial. We're going to cut the outer walls from 1/4-inch birch plywood, and the inner ramps are going to be cut from 1/8-inch thick birch plywood. Pieces are looking great, and I'm especially happy with how this living hinge came out. I'll link the tool I used to generate the pattern in the description. After that, all that's left is to sand it, glue it up, and take it home. I made this. And if you consider all the time I spent working on it, it's probably the most impractical and expensive way to get a toilet paper organizer. But to me, this is more than just a place to keep toilet paper. This is more like a trophy or a diploma that represents the hard work and the skills I learned to make it real. If you like this project, The files needed to make it will be available for free. And if you've watched this far, thank you.